Good morning, 2 minutes past 11. Well, you are still listening to the Breakfast Show. My name is Islamia Sodekadejo. You call me the radio girl. You are still listening, and today we are diving into the beautiful world of bonsai, often described as the art of living nature. But we have somebody in the house that is going to tell you what bonsai is actually is. Over the past 2 days, Galway Castle hosted a very unique exhibition as part of Galway Garden Festival. And that is, according to Marek here telling me earlier in the studio, that is the biggest horticultural festival in the west of Ireland. And it's also showcased stunning bonsai creations and the skill behind them. Good morning, Marek Semler. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you very much for hosting me. I'm very good. Thank you.
You are the founder of Connaught Bonsai Club here in Galway.
That is correct.
What is the club all about?
It's all about the passion for nature and for creation of something beautiful, which is called bonsai. And the bonsai is an art being brought originally from China 2000 years ago. It was being mastered then by Japan, and Japanese masters create rules for bonsai art. So many people know bonsai mostly from the Japanese. The whole point about the bonsai is to create a beautiful tree that mimic a tree living in the nature that we can see around us. So by techniques and by a patience and time and dedication, you can bring a piece of art, living art, having in the pot.
And then we have a normal tree and it grows into something we see in the forest.
It is, but the bonsai itself is only a term that describes what is behind the art. The bon and zai is made of two terms, and each of them actually means something separately.
Okay.
So bon means a tray, a zai means a plant. So bonsai this is describing that you are actually cultivating a living tree in the pot.
In the pot.
To do that, you can bring any living tree that have a hardening wood that you can shape, that can hold the shape, and you can bring it and train it to be a bonsai. So you can make a bonsai of everything that grows around you.
Oh, I understand that better now. And Connaught Bonsai Club was at the garden festival organized by the Galway Castle that just wrapped up. What will be the highlights from that for you?
So we are hosting our exhibition in Galway Castle for the last couple of years during the Galway Garden Festival, which is one of the biggest gardening festival in west of Ireland. It is organized in the Galway Castle, which is a beautiful spot. It takes place on the courtyard of the castle. The festival lasts 2 days. It actually offers various attractions for families, beginning from artist presentations, for craft food, for craft arts, for live music. So it's not only about the bonsai, it's about a family time that you can spend around over the weekend time. And for the last few years, we actually host our exhibition in that place, trying to reach people and introduce a bonsai art to wider audience.
Okay, and when you introduce the bonsai to people and the wider audience, what are you hoping for them to gain from that?
It's all about bringing people to the community so we can grow our community of people who have a passion similar to us. I believe that the whole point of what we do is trying to find people who have this beauty and hunger of beauty inside them, and they can actually do something with it. A bonsai is a very calming, very well-being, healthy hobby that actually helps people to get back to the right path in this world. If we look around us, how crazy the world around us is, thinking of that you can have something that brings you a joy for yourself and gives you the most quality time that you can have, which is time that you spend with yourself. This is something that we would like to actually introduce to people. And many people seeing bonsai for the first time. I remember my first time when I was actually presented to bonsai, I couldn't understand what it was. And that shocked me somehow, how a living tree can be in the pot, in the room. That was the first time when I was actually seeing a bonsai. And I remember that actually changed my way of thinking about it, and the curiosity over the years leads me to the point where I am at the moment. And I would like to have people around me who have very similar experiences because it's beautiful, in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you, Marek. When you were introduced to it that time that you knew nothing about it, what actually drew you to it?
When I was a kid, I was watching one of the movies. There is a very common story that many Western world people who are attracted by bonsai, they've been actually brought to that world by one of the very popular movies in the 80s, which was named Karate Kid. There was a very short scene about Mr. Miyagi, which might sound funny for people who are my age at the moment, that actually was working on the bonsai. And that was also for a kid at our age that time, a first time that we have seen something like that. And many Western world artists today are actually from that time when they've been introduced to this first time. My story with bonsai actually didn't start with that movie. It started with a different movie when I was having a very similar experience. I have seen a tree in the room on the desk, and I couldn't understand. At the time, I was maybe 10 or 12 years old. That was something shocking for me. That was very curiosity for me. That actually opens my curiosity for what is the bonsai.
Yeah. And then you fell in love with bonsai. Obviously, you now
Yes.
have a club, and you have talked about the beauty of it. But can we talk about the hard work in shaping and maintaining? Because a small garden in my backyard, I know I need patience. Now maintaining a tree, and tree will go for years before you for a moment you think that is it even going to be taller than this, like what is going on. For someone like me, like that is impatient, and I just want to see my tree tall and grow fast. What kind of work or skills go into shaping, maintaining, and achieving bonsai tree?
If we're talking about the patient, this is something actually that might sound funny, but my wife can't understand. How can I do bonsai? Because I'm not patient person. I actually very impatient, but this is a balance that actually is being brought by a living nature to my life. It actually gives me that time that I can rest from all this rush around us. So basically, you do need to have some horticultural basis to be able to understand how the plants are growing, what they need for being healthy. Uh, Once you have those bases, you can actually grow your knowledge and skills together with the tree. There is many ways to start doing bonsai. You can do a bonsai by walking in the nature, collecting the widely growing tree that is suitable for many reasons to be a future bonsai. And over the years and your time, obviously, you transform that plant to be a tree in the pot, which means bonsai. You can also join the club, and then there are people around us who have skills, material, and sources that they can provide to have easier access to ready pre-made bonsai trees, which are called pre-bonsai materials, trees that are being trained for them for years before, so you don't have to spend that time doing yourself. You can actually start with a level 5, level 6 instead of starting from zero,
Okay.
which is what I recommend, because if you would like to try to do your own bonsai from a seedling, that will be a great journey. That will give you a lot of joy, but that will take so much time that at the time you might decide that this is not for you.
Yeah.
So to be actually a bonsai artist, to be able to do it, you have to have a tree that is giving you a pleasure and joy while you are having the trees that you are working to make them
You're
bonsai.
working on. So you have like two.
At
Yeah,
least,
yeah,
well,
at least
it's
two
it's a
started.
rabbit hole. Once you get into there, one is only a beginning. You are ending up with many more of them.
Many more. Okay. So for someone now that is now inspired, how can they start? How can they join Connaught Bonsai Club?
If you Google in any internet search Bonsai Galway, you will definitely find us as a Connacht Bonsai Club. You can search all the information on our website. There are contact forms where you can go through, and we will definitely get back to you. And from there on, you can start probably one of the beauty stories in your life. Because for many people, I know bonsai start being not only a hobby but a part of their being, their life.
Yeah. So why do you think bonsai is kind of finding its place in Galway and west of Ireland?
Uh, well, west of Ireland is a very unique place. We have very nice nature around us, which provides you a beautiful yamadori, and that is a term describing a tree living in the nature that can be actually collected and being transformed into bonsai. So there's many growing naturally material that is suitable for tree to be a bonsai. Um, the other reason why is Galway so special, people around us. We are able to grow our community because of help of people who are supporting us. And those are the Clare Galway Castle teams. Those are the people who have spots that we can actually host our meetings, which is Maggie's Garden Center on Headford Road. So there are various people around us who actually are a father of the success that we have. It's not a single person that is doing that thing. It's actually a community of people who are trying to support each other to grow that.
Support each other. That's a good one to know. You mentioned Yamadori. What language is that?
That's a term from Japan. It's actually Yamadori, means a tree from mountain.
Okay.
So
okay.
Japan is very well known for bonsai arts because of 70% of Japan is actually a mountain terrain.
Okay.
And the beautiest bonsai trees in Japan are the trees that are being cultivated by a nature for 100 years in the mountains.
Okay.
No human can actually do a better job than the nature. And the trees that are decades old, 100 years old, that are actually being given from generation to generation, those are the trees that they were growing in the very harsh environment in the mountain. They have been shaped by a wind, a difficult environment, and that's what brings the beauty to them.
Okay. So bonsai actually, like you mentioned that earlier, has history, Japanese. It's history from Japan.
It is originally it's from China.
Okay,
It
China.
came from
okay.
China around over 2,000 years ago, and then it was being brought to Japan a few hundreds later.
Okay. How many years are we looking at in Ireland now? Is it?
As a bonsai history,
Yeah, bonsai history.
oh,
yeah?
there are people in Ireland who are cultivating that hobby for more than 30 years. There are some people who are very well known in Irish market, who are very well known in European scene as a bonsai artist. So definitely
Okay.
there are people who are trying to step into the world of bonsai out of Ireland.
Okay, but we don't have Irish name yet, do we? Or are you working on something?
What do you mean by that?
Like bonsai is Chinese word, Yamari also Japanese. Are we coining something Irish?
Uh, Not really, because
really.
the bonsai itself is a hobby that is a bit different in every country. If you will go to Japan, the way they do bonsai is completely different to what you can see in United States, in Thailand, Vietnam, or in Europe.
Okay.
Those skills, those ways of doing bonsai are dependent of what trees you are working on. If you go to the subtropical region of the world, they have completely different trees that they work with, and they are doing different techniques. They look differently. Not every tree is suitable to be a bonsai. If you bring a tree from a different climate region to Ireland and try to do a bonsai of it, you might end up with a lot of frustration because that tree might not be really suitable for the Irish climate. So it's not gonna be as healthy as you would expect it.
Okay, okay. So for Connaught Bonsai Club now, after the Galway Garden Festival is now over, what is the next thing for you?
So we are hosting our exhibitions annually at Galway Castle. Our plan is to grow the community and to expand the exhibition to be more recognizable, so we can actually bring people from outside of Connacht to take part in it. This year we had guests from different cities like Athlone, Limerick, who actually participate exhibiting their trees. So slowly we are trying to build a bigger event that brings more attractive trees. This year we also had an artist from Italy, which is Luca Luigi. He's an artist potter who actually exhibited his pottery arts on our displays. So we are trying to give the visitors different experiences, not only related to the tree, but also to a different crafts. Our exhibition is shared with a beautiful botanical art exhibition, which is one of the most recognizable botanical art exhibition in Ireland. Those are the arts being done by many Irish artists who are specializing in doing botanical art pictures, which are absolutely stunning. So people coming to see our exhibition, they actually have possibility to see different type of arts and enjoy it. So there is something for everybody.
For everyone. So how can people connect with you?
The easiest way is to go through to our website, Conduct Bonsai.
Okay.
And
ConnorBonsai.com. Okay.
And you can find the contact form down there. You can go through that, and that will be directly landing in our mailbox where I will be answering, or people behind me.
Okay, so on the final notes, what will be your message for any enthusiast listening right now as your final word for the day?
Get back to the contact with nature, because that is something that will put you back to the right path. We need to get back to enjoying what we do without being distracted about everything around. And bonsai is definitely that.
Okay. Thank you so much. That has been Marek Zemla.
That's correct.
And that is the founder of Connaught Bonsai Club here in Galway. And I think we should all go back to nature and get involved and nurture something beautiful that will live even after we are gone. Isn't that beautiful? Something to be reminded that, oh, I remember this person, I remember Marek, he did this, I remember Islamia, this is what she did. That will be absolutely beautiful. You'll be gone but not forgotten. Isn't that wonderful? You are still listening to the Breakfast Show, and when we come back, we go to the community highlight and news of the day. Thank you for being there.
This is Good Morning Galway, the breakfast show on GoCom Radio.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.